Hey there, and welcome to another Make It Monday with Paper Tray Ink. I'm Ashley Cannon Newell for this week's video. I am going to show how to use your pattern papers or cardstock, scraps, or if you want to just cut your own, and make a paper weave pattern out of it. And here are the projects that I have made to share with you today. But this video is just going to just show you the basics, the actual tutorial on how to weave the paper. I have here a rustic cream cardstock size at 3x4, similar, well, just about like a journal card. Here are all my scraps. They are probably about a ½ inch or a little bit smaller, a little bit larger in width. And I have here, I'm going to show you how I basically decide how I'm going to trim it. You want it to be either the full length of the cardstock, so 4 inches in length, or if you're going to apply to the diagonal, you want the overhang. So I'm going to trim it here, as you can see with my scissors, so I can have a little bit on each end if you're going to apply it at a diagonal. You don't have to, but it's just up to you. To start the process, you need to add a little bit of adhesive to the top of your paper pieces. You don't want to adhere the whole piece, only a little bit and just at one end. So you're going to do that and cover your entire base. And this could be scrap paper you're working with. You don't have to use a nice piece of cardstock because it's going to be covered for the most part. So I'm going to jump through some of this, but I'll show you how I'm just adding cardstock and pattern paper, really this particular part, pattern paper strips. And they can be of varying widths. They don't have to be all the same width. They don't have to be grouped into some sort of color combo. They can just really just be your scraps. And if you just put them together, you'll be surprised at the type of results you will get. So please have fun with this project and this technique, and use those scrap papers up, those little strips that you have. If you don't have all the strips that you want, or you're going for a certain look, feel free to trim your ½ inch or whatever your width may be. Feel free to trim them on your own. I did that on the layout that I did for this particular design. Sometimes you want to just create it. You don't want to have to just use scraps. You want to have a custom look, and you can just do that by cutting your paper pieces. And like I said, this can be done with pattern paper or cardstock or a mix of both. So my layout, I used a mix of both. I just added a solid. But here, I'm using all pattern paper. I'm going all the way to the end here, but you really don't need to, because what you'll find is here, which is, I'm going to show you now how you weave it, over, under, over, under, over, under each strip of paper. So you're weaving it in and out to get this weave type of look, like you are weaving a basket or something to that nature. And you'll see here what I mean by you don't need to have it adhered all the way, because if you do, you can't pull your other piece of paper all the way up. So fluctuate and see what works best for you. So I'm just going to just end up moving the piece on the bottom and this piece at the top, because I want it to extend as far up as I possibly can. And again, don't worry about the paper underneath showing. You can always trim that off later, or hide it with the actual paper that's being weaved between the pieces of other paper. So again, over, under, and you want to alternate every other time. So the first time you see on the Simply Chartreuse bitty dot paper there, I have it starting going under from the left, and then the next piece I started going over from the left. So just alternate every other piece so you don't get the exact same look every time. Okay. And this takes a little bit of time, but like I said, you'll get great results because you can do lots of different things with your results of this. So sometimes, if I get kind of confused, wait, did I go just over, under, over, under? Just make sure you just do that, and then you'll And if you don't, it's really okay because you'll get like a unique weave pattern where a couple of blocks are over and a couple are under. So have fun with it. Don't make it seem like it has to be so precise every time. So right now I'm finishing my weaving because I'm not going to add any more. So I'm just pulling up pieces here or there to kind of secure them down and pulling it up for my workspace. So here I would cut it off from the left part and then I'd use the middle part there on my actual project. To get rid of some of the ends, I'm just going to snip them at angles or straight across. You can do whatever you want to have a rustic kind of effect or look at the ends. And the reason why you can do this, I'm showing you this part, is because you can have this paper weaving as like a backdrop on your actual card here. You can also use it on a journal card in your pocket page in your scrapbook, or you can actually use it on a layout. So there are a multitude of ways you can use this technique on your project, and here's one of them. I have it on my card, but I actually use it as a backdrop on my Limitless Labels ovals here. So I cut the oval shape out and adhered it, and then added the scalloped oval over top of it as well. And here's my layout here, and I used more of a Halloween looking or fall kind of color palette, and I weaved a pattern and used it as my base for my actual layout. And this is something that can be added to your 12 by 12 pocket page in one of the open 12 by 12 ones. So there, like I said, there are a lot of options you can use with this particular technique. These are just a couple, but you can really have fun with it and come up with something neat, new, and different. Make it pop through, like I said, a die cut, like I did on my oval card, or just do what you like. Had fun with it. And for Paper Tray Ink, I'm Ashley Cannon Newell.